welcome back. French and Tracy, the psychology of hatred? Question mark. That's what you were saying this morning, wasn't it, French? Make sure over here and over here. Give me a touchy topic, I think. So, let's put in that old warning. Welcome to the new conscious. Wonderful. This is what this channel is meant to be. Always. And we got kind of hooked up, didn't we? But, looking forward, this is it. Yes, it does, Tracy. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's true. What's on the screen? Slavery. African American slavery, of course. Many other kinds of slavery, right? The Jews during the Nazi period. Irish were enslaved. Romans, right? Egypt, they enslaved people. Slavery everywhere, around the world. But us Americans seem to concentrate on African American slaves. And a lot of my audience are African American. And that's an understanding of why this would affect people in a certain way, right? But what is hatred? That's an awfully dark term. Say your child is hit by a drunk driver, okay? And the child passes. How do you feel? What's the initial feeling? Sorrow, anger, just emotional breakdown? Hatred. You want that person not to be here anymore, right? Shouldn't be on the road driving drunk. But it happens every single day. Every minute, every second of every day, someone passes from this world, whether it be traumatic or natural causes. It's life, right? This morning I did a video, Coffee with Conscious, and this is the direction we're going. We're going to have some tough talks. You can engage, disengage, unsubscribe, like it, don't like it. It's up to you. Hey, Magnolia. It's up to you what you want to face in your life, right? But by hating someone, how does that affect that person in relation to affecting you? Deep thoughts. So what does hatred do? It consumes you. Mind, body, and personalities. Just like alcohol consumes an alcoholic, or drugs consume a drug addict. It's the same effect, right? It changes our perspective, and it narrows it, right? This is just going to be a small intro into where this channel is going. This is my normal voice. That's my normal laugh. Okay. Sometimes we have personas when we own a channel on YouTube or someplace else, right? Yeah. But that's my normal laugh. This is my normal tone. Um, I talked about life this morning and what it means to be happy. It's a marvelous life. But hatred interferes with that happiness. Now, I could give you all kinds of explanations of how the brain, you know, the amygdala and all that stuff, and I don't want to get complicated today. But when you have chronic hatred, it develops into bitterness, cynicism, right? Paranoia. You have the inability to trust and emotional numbness. So, the person you are slowly fades into the background as the hate consumes you. A lot of philosophers say that hate shrinks your soul. Some people don't believe in God. Others believe. You have Jewish people. You have Catholics. So many different denominations. Methodists. I'm not a theological person. You know. Do I believe in God? Of course. Of course I do. Sure. Um, I've been studying a lot of near-death videos, doing research. What happens to us after death? And the one thing that sticks in my mind is this is all a test to learn, to take back home when we pass away. What have we learned to hate? What can we share with others when we pass away? Some people believe when you pass away, that's it. You're done. You're dead. That's it. Other people believe in heaven and hell, right? Whatever the Bible says, that's the way it is, right? Is it? Is it? Oh, I haven't passed yet. Or maybe I did. And I've come back, reincarnated. Hey, GB. It's so good to see you tiptoeing in quietly. You don't have to tiptoe. This is my normal voice. It's my normal laugh. Nothing changes humans like trauma. Do they? Do they like it? Or are they built into it? Is it their environment? You know, take the Amish, okay? Take the Amish. Are they drawn into trauma? You know, are they? Are different cultures geared for horrible things to happen to them? I don't know. But I want to have the discussion. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to. I know what's in my heart. I know what's in my soul. But your heart and your soul are kind of two different things. Hey, Cynthia. Good to see you. Ah, just got the... Well, at least you got it, right? And I have my coffee. Uh, some people think I'm a demon, right? Um, no, I like to test people. I really do. open up their minds, expand their thinking. We can look at African slavery. We can look at the Jewish Holocaust, right? Why did the Nazis hate the Jews in such a vile and vicious way? Why did it happen? Why did God allow that to happen? Was it preventable? I don't know. I just don't know, right? How many millions died in World War II? We always think of the Holocaust or Shoah, right? But how many actually died? Over 50 million people. 50 million people died in World War II. Craziness, isn't it? Does anybody here hate something or someone? Seriously, hate them. I mean, we say, oh, I hate spinach. I hate spinach. I don't want it. Is that really hate? Or you just dislike it? I think it's, you just dislike it, right? But hatred is a whole different animal. And I want to get into that as well. We're going to discuss a lot of things on this channel. Some you're not going to like. Some things you won't be able to bear. But if we don't look at everything, if we don't look at the whole picture, then we miss the show, right? We fail to understand. Some people loved Hitler, right? Some people still do. Why? Why? You know, I think Hitler could have been a great leader. Oh no, conscious, how could you say that? He could have been, if it weren't for his hatred, because his hatred overtook. He had the world at his feet, and he chose. And we all have that decision, I think. We all have the ability to forgive, right? To forgive. Sounds simple, but is it? Is it that simple? Is it simple for an alcoholic to see a bottle of booze and not want that drink? Is it? Is it easy for a drug addict to see that syringe or that pill and not want it desperately? Food words? You fail to understand. Yeah, that's a good analogy, GP. We can't understand people, right? But people are different. And that's a fact. People have different beliefs, right? People have different ideas about how we should live our lives. But who are we to tell somebody, you have to live your life this way? I mean, our parents, of course, taught us. But is it generational? Yeah. What do our parents teach us anymore in this day and age, as they say? By the way, they say that in every generation. Every generation they say that. In this day and age. What does that mean? How were you raised? Did you have a good childhood? Did you have a bad childhood? You know, we have parents that are murdering their offspring, right? We do. In horrible ways. Starving them to death. Horrible. How can someone do that? How can someone give birth to a child and starve that child to death? This is not going to be easy for some people to hear. But it happens every day. Every day. A child is being abused. We have bombs going off all over the world. We've always had bombs going off all over the world. It hasn't touched us, except for 9/11. Did we care who was in the towers at the time the planes crashed into the towers? Did we care if they were black, white, Hispanic, if they were Catholic, Protestant, Baptist, Jewish? Did we care? Did we give one thought about who they were? I didn't. It was a shock, and I'm sure that all Americans remember where they were when the planes hit the towers. But there's another story to that day. Actually, a couple of them. There was another plane, right? Actually two. One didn't leave the ground, okay? But there was another one that crashed in Pennsylvania, right? Where was that plane going? Some say it was headed for the White House, right? We don't really know. Well, I don't really know. So, why do people inflict physical trauma or mental trauma? And which is worse? Is inflicting mental trauma worse than physical trauma? Do you heal from physical trauma? And can you heal from emotional and mental trauma? Deep thoughts. I have a lot of deep thoughts about how the world is, why people do what they do. Yeah. What if the passengers of the two planes that hit the towers, and the Pentagon, by the way, took over those planes, and it never happened, and the plane crashed in the Hudson River or something, right? We'll never know. And why did the people, thank you French, on Flight 92, decide to rise up and protect those on the ground? Baffling. Just baffling. We cannot control what people think or how they feel. Some people try to control us with the media. Do we have... Okay, let's take President Trump, okay? You have people that hate him. I mean, hate him. You have people that love him. You have people that say he's Hitler, okay? You have people that say he's a savior. actually think there's a bulletin board in Israel praising President Trump. I don't know why. Um, yeah, the flight that they fought back, yeah. But why that plane? Why those people, and not the other ones? You know, just human reaction, right? A lot of people died that day, not just in the towers, but on the ground. You know, let's roll. Where are we rolling to? I forgot. As I progress through this, I'm going to need your help. I forget things. I do. I'll be in mid-sentence and I'll stop. And I'll forget what I was talking about. I'll walk into a room and I'm like, oh, okay. Where am I? Yeah, it's a thing. What are you going to do? But before I get too bad, we need to have conversations. Conversations about life and death, hatred and love. You can listen to me or not. Turn me off. Unsubscribe. It's never been about likes and views for me. Everybody knows that. But I want to get into it deep. Very deep. Before comes time when I don't remember. And hey, that could be 10 or 20 years from now. Who knows? I don't know. So, is the internet sucking us in to normalizing tragedy? Is the news normalizing tragedy? Is the news pointing to Trump as Hitler? Or is the news pointing him as a savior? I don't watch the news anymore. I haven't in a very long time. Very long time. But people are addicted to it. People are addicted to the trauma stories. Nancy Guthrie, missing, Arizona. Yeah, why her? Why? Why all this media on Nancy Guthrie? When thousands of women disappear, probably every day. Yeah. There goes my pause again. Yeah, status is true. It's true. The speed of light. My gosh. When I was growing up, we didn't know anything unless it was in the newspaper. But what did they put in the newspapers? uh, John Mayer wrote a song, and they tell you what they want you to hear is one of the lyrics. I can't remember the name of the song, but that's, he was talking about the media, right? The powers that be. There is no aisle between Congress. There never has been. They use us like puppets. And so does media, right? So do YouTube channels, right? What's going to get the most clicks and views? What's going to give the best impact, right? Do they research the news stories? Or do they just put up fancy little thumbnails like I did on this one? They're easy to make. It only took me 5 seconds to type in a red background with fire and saying hatred. That's what I did. 5 seconds. Poof, there it is. There's no work put into anything anymore. Well, a lot of people put in a lot of work, right? But a lot of people don't. A lot of people want the easy way. Why? Did we create this monster of the internet and social media? Do we put on our platforms hatred or love, understanding or guilt? I've been trolling around the social media for quite some time now, studying it, seeing what reactions people get, right? What do they click on? Why do they click on it? And most assuredly, they want drama. They want chaos. They want bombs going off, right? That's what they want. I don't know. It's confusing to me. Hold on 1 second. Oh, the conspiracies, yes. The founding fathers. Um, slave owners. I wonder why they did that status. Yeah, I know I was muted. French. I coughed. I didn't want to cough in your ear. Okay. French. You're you're so impatient, French. I've noticed. French ask questions before I start the show. You're cute. I'm gonna mute again. There, I'm back, French. Can you hear me now? People will be bored with this. People don't want to hear about it because it's not fantastical. I could have made an intro of bombs going off and people running out of burning buildings, and I'm trying a little experiment with these short views, right? You're screwed. Okay. Showing disasters, right? They're getting so many views. It is a brilliant design, Status. It really is. It is. Um, so these shorts I'm putting up, right? It's so funny. I mean, they're like, I don't know, 20 seconds or something like that. So many people click on them and watch. Oh my gosh. People want to see tragedy. But why? Why do we want to see tragedy? Would we want to see if it was right in front of our faces? Right outside our door? Or inside our home? Would we want to see it then? Would we want to see the tidal wave if it was approaching us? If we were on that beach and here comes the tidal wave, would we want to watch? I don't think so. I think social media has dumbed us down. And on purpose, in my opinion. And all of this is my opinion. You can agree or disagree, but this is the reason for this channel. To make you think. Think before you click on the next disaster. I'm going to do little things with these shorts to see what happens. You know, test people out. Test the waters, like I've been doing. But I just, you know, that short I put on, Jed, pay your fines, with his car booted, and a little figure just laughing. It's got about 2,000 views. Why? Nobody knows Jed, right? Certainly not. Why is 2,000 people clicking on that? It has no music. It has nothing. It's just the car with the boots on it. Why? Why do people want to click on that? I thought it was funny, but I don't understand. And I want to understand before there comes a time when I can't understand. We'll all get there where we can't understand. A lot of us are probably there now. Who knows? Who knows? But I have a lot of perspectives on life. A lot of perspectives on why do people do the things they do? And why are we allowing social media and other things to pull our strings? Look at Dalton and Thornton Township, right? Those of us who said, wait a minute, hi guys, top of the morning. Those of us who said, wait a minute, pause. What's going on? Ostracized. My goodness, terrible. Hated. Really? Horribly. So many bad things said about these channels that weren't going with the narrative. We were asking questions, right? What's wrong with questions? Is it wrong all of a sudden to ask questions? And not by the politicians themselves, but by their proxies. Well, who are their proxies? Social media. You had channels battling channels and calling each other names. I was one of them. I was one of them. I couldn't understand the hatred. I was exacerbated. It was like, what is wrong with people? What I was new to YouTube, right? I thought, oh, okay. Let me start a channel. Figure this out. Oh my gosh. A couple of people said, nope, she's never going to survive. And there were times when I just said, this is just not worth my time, right? I think also I am going to play some videos of my mother in our conversations over coffee because they're normal, they're happy, they're confusing, and sometimes I have to yell because she can't hear, and she will. Why does my mother not wear her ear sets? I don't know. I don't know. So I end up yelling like I'm mad, but I'm not mad. I'm just yelling so she can hear me. It's hysterical. My sister came this morning. What did she do? She put on her hearing aids. I'm like, why? Why do you do that for her and not for me? I didn't say that, of course, but hey. I want to do this experiment with social media to teach people. Will it work? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe some people listen. Maybe some people won't. Maybe some people see what I see. Maybe some people won't. And that's okay. If we all thought alike, if we all felt alike, if we all liked the same thing, what would we be? The key is learning and understanding. May not be worth your time, I know, but has this channel been worth my time anyways? I mean, do I like this outlet? I like to learn. I love to learn and get people's perspective. So I think I do like this outlet. Yeah. Has this channel been worth my time? No, it hasn't. It hasn't. So why do I do it? No. Oh, heavens, yes, Cynthia. My goodness, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I love to interact with people, but in the right way. Because she's comfortable with not wearing them. Yeah. That's probably true. That's probably true. Eyes. Yeah. It tickles me, right? When I cook lunch and dinner. Oh, that was so good. It was a liverwurst sandwich. So, she's so sweet. She's so easy to please. I think that's why I don't understand hatred. But I want to learn. And if you want to join me, that's okay. If you don't, that's okay too. I love to learn all my life. I have loved to learn. You know, from warrantless to death experience. I want to cover a lot of things. You know, I talk to a lot of people on a regular basis every day in my real life, not on here. And I want to share what I've learned. You might like it, you might not. Who knows? I don't know. But you don't have to stay. It will be boring at times. It will be exciting at times. I'm going to show some horrible things, and I'm going to show some wonderful things. But if we don't show both, how do we learn? A near-death experience in 200 characters. Oh, it is an experience I can never forget. Given orders to return to Earth. You know, status. There was one woman that was being cleansed of all the earthly garbage, right? And there was the door in front of her. And she went to open the door, and they asked her, do you want to return, or do you want to go through the door? That would be really interesting status to cover. That would. I would love that. Absolutely love that. Some people don't believe in God. Some people do. Who am I to decide whether you're right or wrong, right? I've studied the brain and psychology for a long, long time. And it's time to explore. And I hope you stay with me. And maybe we can learn together. I would too, GB. Absolutely, 100%. I would love to hear that story. I'm going to play some stories too. Maybe Status can say, sounds familiar. But that's the way this channel is going. I'll do little experiments with shorts, of course. But if you stay with me, that means you want to learn. If you don't, you don't. This is me, my normal voice. I talk soft all the time. Yeah, we all have stories, don't we? And why don't we share them? If we don't share, we don't learn. We listen to the news or social media, and we believe that's the truth. But it's not. In many cases, it is. Many cases, it's not. Depending on who you listen to. You know, this Tiffany Henyard thing. Who cares? Who cares what Tiffany Henyard is doing? I see Hannibal Hungry is, I don't know, doing a Tiffany Henyard video. Nate the Lawyer, Tiffany Henyard getting thousands and thousands of views. Because it hits home. Dramatic thumbnails, right? Your story is not for public consumption. And that's okay, guys. You don't have to share. That's the nice thing about it. No one can force you to do anything in life. Now, in slavery, they could. They could. And they did. They did. But why? Why did man decide through the centuries it was okay to take human beings and enslave them? Why was that okay? Why was that normalized? I don't know. I don't have the answers. I'm searching for answers. Maybe you can give me some. I most certainly don't have them all. And at this point, I think I'm just rambling on. We have to stop hating. We have to start understanding. And with that understanding, maybe we can find love and peace. Not everybody. A lot of people don't want peace. They just don't. But my very good friend hates Trump. He's the next Hitler. Ah, my gosh. How can you not see that? Ah. Okay. How? Just, sometimes you can't talk to people rationally because their hate is so strong. But hopefully we could share stories. I can show you things. You can agree, disagree. You can teach me. I want to learn everything. And I mean everything. Every day is a blessing. So why not use that blessing to help other people? Why not? What's wrong with that? I guess that's all I got. Thanks for sticking with me. And I do love each and every one of you. Now, you might want to know, what if Jed crashes out again? Yes, we'll just do it on members only. Because it's just, he's a lost soul. I do feel sorry for him. I really do. Man's and humanity. Status is a very, very smart person. Too many people take things on face value and do not research. Oh, how true that is, Eyes. How true that is. My goodness. People want reparations for slavery. I don't know. Yeah, he still owes me $16. Doggone it. Hey, check. Jed, did you pay me? I don't know. I see. No. He didn't give me my $16. But what do you expect? It's Jed. He doesn't pay for anything. That poor lost soul. We love to laugh at Jed, don't we? Jeff. Of course he doesn't watch me. Of course not. That's why I always say, hi, Jed. Because I know he's not watching. That's all I have. Not very many people are going to watch this live stream. People click on and off, and that's okay too. Yes. 1999. Oh, for Pete's sakes. He is a lost soul. He's fighting a battle within himself. And that's just the truth of the matter. He can deny it all he wants to. But, the cheapest war. Oh my gosh. Oh, I've never met anybody quite like Jed. You gotta love him, but you gotta just shake your head. Yes. He does the most insane things. The silliest things. I don't know. I don't know why. He just tickles my funny bone. And I think that makes him angry that I laugh. I can't help it though. What did he call me? A hillbilly country bumpkin. Thank you, country bumpkin. Oh my gosh. I'll probably share a lot about my life in pictures and videos. Some people will say, Conscious, do not do that. You don't want to do that. Eh, I think I've reached a point in my life where I keep it secret. Early on, I diagnosed Brown having a tremendous lack of self-awareness. I haven't come off that run. I've got a lot of things that fit Jed's category. I'm just going to say lost soul, fighting himself, okay, from the inside. That's the best way I could describe it without getting into psychological terms, right? I don't have a license, so who am I? I'm just conscious. I'm a cat. Douglas! Oh my gosh. I have not checked my email in days. And I'm so sorry. Douglas, are you free tonight? Well, I don't know. Tracy, are you free tonight? Oh, coffee. I love my coffee. I think that's all I have. I think that's about it. But if you want to join me on this journey and explore and lift up the darkness, come along. Okay, Douglas. Sounds good. Hopefully the computer will stay on. I will plug in the headphones so I don't go in and out. But if you want to explore and peek under that rock, let's go. And let's do it. I love each and every one of you, and I really mean that. That's not something I just say to say it. Each of you mean a lot to me. Yes, I do enjoy this. I enjoy talking to people of all races, creeds, religions. It's nice. Check my email. Okay. All right, French. Proton? Okay. Yes, I'm good. I'm very good. I've entered a time in my life where it's time, right? Wyoming, our favorite gal. It's good to see everybody, but I want to go exploring. Sometimes it'll be hard. Sometimes we'll see things we don't want to see, but it's okay. We have to see it. Explore the unknown. That's what I want to do. Okay. Have a great evening, Douglas. I'll talk to you later. Okay, guys. Bye.